Warning. The thoughts and opinions expressed in this video are not meant to harm or promote negativity towards anyone. On the other hand, DTH is a and he just trying to laugh. TommyG released another video inside a Florida SWAT team and gang unit raid. I think this is like part 3 of his 3-part series.
This is the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. We have a search warrant for the resident.
Our objective is to go find people that are alive on Instagram flexing with guns.
Once we can find out where they actually are, it's a good tool to go and pick them up. All right, it's go time. Here we go, boys.
Yo, that's crazy. They just basically said, hey, so all y'all niggas who be going on live and shit and doing all that dumbass shit on live, yeah, thank you. Thank you. You made our lives so much easier. Fuck. Niggas are stupid, bro.
Inside of the residence! Come outside with your hands up!
In the early 2020s, Jacksonville gang violence and drill rap got so notorious that some labeled Jacksonville as ground zero to one of the deadliest and most disrespectful rap beefs of all time. One that left over a dozen dead, including multiple little kids that were killed in drive-by shootings that missed their target. The two crews at the center of this feud were ATK, known as Ace's Top Killers, led by gangster rapper Young and Ace, and the 6 Block Gang, led by gangster rapper Fulio. Legend has it this beef originated at a 2015 Kodak Black concert after a declined handshake, led to a fistfight, led to a shootout where a toddler was injured, and a few days later led to a triple shooting. This rap conflict was documented in depth by YouTube greats Trap Lord Ross and Brandon Buckingham. Where we find ourselves today is a different era for Jacksonville. The extreme level of bloodshed and murder in the city led the police to fiercely crack down on violent gang activity. Today we ride around with Jacksonville's undercover gang unit, we see a SWAT team operation, we get an inside look at their evidence laboratory, and we spend many hours out in the field in order to study Jacksonville's approach to reducing gang violence. Folks, let's get to it. Folks, a quick announcement before we get started. If you would like access to videos months in advance, like this Kenneth Copeland standoff,
No, you're not. Parishioners, yeah. Off the property, now.
this Scientology one,
Who do I ask questions if I want to better understand Scientology?
this piece in Area 51,
Whoa.
Oh, fuck.
and much, much more. Our craziest, most controversial clips, and become a member at our Patreon. Link is in pinned comments, and you support independent journalism. Thank you, folks, and now to the video.
TommyG, bro. Bro, I gotta say, TommyG's like the cinematography and that like they've been doing on these videos lately are really good, bro. These niggas are fucking leveling up, bro. They are. Honestly, it makes the level of entry for this kind of shit very tough, but like, that's part of the game, nigga. This is amazing.
And I know last year a lot of what we talked about is the numbers going down when it comes to the shootings and all, and the homicides. That's moved up a little bit. But here's why. We've had 2 people over the past 2 weeks that got arrested for murdering their mothers.
The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says he killed his mother after an argument. The victim, Dulce Martinez, was found unresponsive in the apartment and later died at the hospital.
Former college basketball player accused of killing his mother in Jacksonville. Authorities were called to that gruesome scene Monday, found 51-year-old Erica Winford unresponsive.
And until y'all can start figuring out how to solve people, you know, from killing their parents, or another one was shooting their boyfriend, or another one was a road rage incident, when we're now looking at those numbers of saying, yeah, you can't prevent those. But what we can do is prevent the ones that are out here doing, we know that are on live, that are riding around with illegal guns, riding around with, you know, illegal narcotics in the car.
We know who that is.
So we've got some drug dogs.
We know who that is.
So I'm just making sure like my guys are where they need to be. Like if it's something big, like real crazy, I'll go home with that stuff and try to like bring it in.
You're going to be right in the thick of it, so just be prepared.
So if I heard this correctly, our objective is to go find people that are alive on Instagram flexing with guns.
We find that they're prohibited or they're not allowed to possess guns, and they are posting with them and continuously flaunting on social media that they have them. And so once we can find out where they actually are, it's a
we stop them from playing
good
NBA
tool
basketball
to go and pick them up.
To all my rapper friends out there, yes, you just heard right. If you go live on Instagram flexing a switch, or maybe you're a felon showing a gun, it is very possible that your local PD is on a disguised burner account that might look like this.
They
and
just
they are
told,
watching
I'm saying, bro, niggas still gonna do the funny, bro. The funny part is niggas are still gonna do it no matter regardless. They don't give a literal, bro.
You know, I'm someone that's in the streets and I have a hot gun. I do
Indicting
pass it
themselves
to a
and shit.
friend who passes it
I
to
don't
a
know
friend.
what it is with
There's the book, The
niggas
Sisterhood of the
in, like,
Traveling
the rap
Pants. This
scene,
is more
bro.
like the
Niggas really
Brotherhood of
just
the
wanna get
Traveling
arrested,
Gun.
bro.
Is that something you guys experience where
It's not unusual to have literally a casing hit to a gun, and the gun has been coming back. So it can pass hands, but we're not DNA. We can't tell you that that was the same person.
So how often do you get into hot situations?
Throughout my career, I've found myself there frequently.
Do you think you'll make an arrest tonight?
If it's there and we can make it, we will. We don't force arrest, and we don't arrest for like petty minor stuff. This is to prevent and stop future violent crime, or try to prevent shootings, or there's people illegally possessing firearms and drug dealers and stuff like that.
So what we do, we call them GVI, the Group Violence Initiative. You'll have police officers doing police work, and all of a sudden we have a major incident that occur. We started our process then, and what we started working on is changing the mentality. The mentality is real simple of whenever you had that incident occur, the old way was to grab a bunch of officers, put them in one area of town, and do what's called a scorched earth. That is just to go out to stop anybody that's moving. Unfortunately, the way we used to do it back then is to give everyone tickets, put everyone in jail for the most minor offenses, and all you're doing is fracturing the relationship with the community. So we wanted to change that, and especially under our Sheriff TK Waters. We don't want to fight with the community. We want to be a part of the community.
How long have you been doing this?
8.5 years. We help out that other team a lot because we have access to unmarked vehicles, and they have marked cars, so we can sit in different places where they can't, and people will still continue their criminal activity.
And you made a lot of high-profile arrests.
I've been a part of some high-profile arrests, yes, along with the rest of the gang unit. We work as a team.
Detective Nieder and his unit have played a major role in busting the gang members involved in the ATK and 6 Block rap beef, including most recently arresting 5 guys in a connection to the Fulio murder, and also arresting the 6 Block guys that while attempting to murder an ATK rival, they shot and killed a 7-year-old.
Miguel, you ready to sprint if we need to today?
Yep.
Do you wish you had a concealed carry right now?
Yes, sir.
Man, gang violence is something else, man.
All right, I'm set up looking straight down Cal John right here, Clay.
One of them's on an ankle monitor, either him or the one holding a gun, then we can coordinate.
It's amazing that this is part of this is because of Instagram Live.
They know we watch too, but we have like burner accounts and people that watch, so.
You guys can mimic it well, like it'll be like long live JJ, like free so-and-so, free so-and-so, and like a picture of like a guy that, We're getting units in place, there's gonna be unmarked guys, there's gonna be some marked police officers, and once everyone kind of descends upon the area, that's when we jump out and action starts.
So we're going to wait for the right time, and when we have enough people, we'll make the tactical choice, and that's when we'll choose to move in.
When you pull them out of that environment and put them in some structure, like they're actually fun kids to be around, or they have potential, but there's something about this environment that just, all the cards are stacked in the wrong way and all the choices that are made.
You know what's right from wrong, so you have the choice to make those decisions or continue living the life that you live. All right, 2 of them are walking in the cut now. They just crossed over. Here comes the 3rd. One's got like red shoes on, blue jeans, all black, and then there was another one. They should be coming out on the Thomas here in a second. 4th one and the 5th one.
No, I
and
gotta
the
say
6th
something
one
about
are
that.
all.
This like, I think, like cops, because cops are so jaded in the sense that they deal with the worst of the worst people most of the time, and they've tried. I'm sure, like when you first start as a rookie, you try to be like, no, let's give this guy a chance, and then the next thing you know, he's murdered 6 people, and you're like, I just talked to this guy 2 weeks ago, and now he's doing so. I feel like cops are so jaded. As regular people, we try to be like, oh, but they deserve another chance. People deserve another chance. But it's like, if you dealt with people over your best judgment, over your better judgment, like trying to calm down on people over your better judgment, and you see like they're not living up to your expectations over and over and over again, I'm pretty sure you get to a point where you're like, yeah, cool, you can say all that, but right is right, wrong is wrong, and just choosing not to be that. So they have a choice, and we have our choice. So it's always a weird take when you hear a cop be like, you try to explain like, it's just unfair life stack, and they're like, I don't think
our contact with them, because then they're just going to be more secretive when they're outside like this, and they can run anywhere. But if we can get them locked down into a residence and 10 of us go surround the house, they can't get out of the house. We're waiting on them to give us a reason to contact them. So we're waiting pretty much on the guns to show up. We'll give this until the sun goes down, and then or it starts getting a little hard to see, and then we'll call it and go and find something else to do.
There's 6 SWAT guys who are working overtime who are coming, and then we have 2 more marked cars and 1 more covert coming.
So right now they're just being scouted, basically. It sounds like they are conducting surveillance right now on them. We're waiting for other assets to get over here.
One of the other detectives that's working this case is actually working towards obtaining a search warrant for this residence.
How quick can a search warrant be granted?
You submit it, it goes to your supervisor for approval, and then it goes to a state attorney for approval, and then it goes to a judge for approval. And once the judge approves it, and it says approved on the computer system, it's as simple as just printing off a piece of paper.
The 2 that have been going live are both prohibited, I believe. One is a juvenile, I think one just turned adult. A judge is looking at arrest warrants for both of them right now for PFJD for both of their charges, and there's also a residential search warrant that's in the process of getting typed up.
The last I heard is the judge is looking at it, so I would imagine it gets signed within maybe like the next 10 to 15 minutes.
We spent the next 3 hours camped out in this car, waiting for both the suspects to go live on Instagram and flex their guns, and also for a judge to sign a search warrant of the suspected residents.
The judge has viewed all of them. He just hasn't signed them, and that's been close to an hour now.
He probably forgot to hit sign.
Are you serious, bro?
So we're trying to get a hold of the judge now.
What plays through your mind in this?
When you see shit like that, it's like bureaucracy, bro.
Do your job and do it effectively. Do what's necessary and do what you're trained to do.
They have warrants for PFJD currently that just got approved by a judge. They were at the house earlier today. His ankle monitor shows he's still at the house right now. Based on our intel, we believe that Dawn is still there too. We have 2 detectives on Wright Street right now. They'll link up with the 2 SWAT guys to get coverage on the rear. We'll give you guys a little bit to get set up on there. We're presuming that they're in the house right now just because of how cold it is outside.
Jesus Christ, they got a force assembled, huh?
We're going through it now.
All right, let's go.
15 plus police and SWAT, bro. Whoa. Straight up raid, my nigga. Damn.
All right. You're good. I got you there.
Let me see your hands.
I got you. I got you.
On the back of the neck.
You got down the side.
No, bro.
Inside of the residence.
Don't look good. Just do not look good.
Your hands up.
Moving back. Moving back.
Residents of Calzone. This is the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. We have a search warrant for the residents. Come outside to the front door with your hands up and nothing in them and listen to the commands of the officers.
One at a time. One at a time.
Ma'am, stay right there.
Stop.
Ma'am, stay right there for me.
All right, ma'am, you first.
There's like 7 more. All right, lady in the front. Walk. Walk to us.
Any weapons on you? All right. Step back here. Step back here.
Why I gotta be in handcuffs, dude?
Keep walking. Keep walking.
What the hell to do with me?
Turn around. Turn around. Walk backwards. No weapons on you. Turn around.
Honestly though, this does look really fucked up. I'm not gonna lie to you, cause I mean they're all cooperating very well. They're not really being super aggressively fighting back. So it's what happened? What is the reason for this whole thing? It seems like it's a lot for a very peaceful. I don't know, bro. There's so much context we're missing, bro. But this seems kind of fucked up. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We'll just line them up on this charger. I got it.
Clear the house now. Last man, Doc. Search warrant. You got a tent back there?
We're at the scene. The search warrant has just been served. It appears all the occupants have been out. Most of them have been riot cuffed or handcuffed. And now they're trying to see if there's anyone else lingering in the house. It's an unsettling experience. I mean, we'll see what these guys are wanted for or what's in the house. It's a pretty dramatic experience to be pulled out of your house at gunpoint. A lot of these guys are really young. And if they are guilty.
I think Tommy G for the like trying to give perspective. Like this nigga could be like, nah, bro, they're criminals. You know, they need to blah blah blah. But he's like, you know, it is kind of unsettling. Like some of this shit does not look, you know, cool. I mean, it's like it doesn't seem okay, but. So we just got to figure out what's going on, you know. At least he's trying to keep things focused. You can't just be like, no, they're
in a functioning society. You want your young men to be productive and happy and making moves and having kids and having families and having good professions. So just it's shitty seeing kids lined up and cuffed, and who knows what their next step is. The family chihuahua. Oh, you little poor thing.
We ain't do nothing, man. Oh no, man, ready to go home, go to sleep, man. Talking about a crazy thing that just happened. Well, which one? Big dog's gotta eat.
Big dog's gotta eat, yeah.
What's he doing in Jacksonville, though?
I'm seeing what the day in these guys' life looks like.
That's crazy. I know exactly. Tommy G. Got me on TikTok. That's Tommy G, man.
Yo, they fucking. Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Put crime scene tape right here and put one from that tree over there. And any of these cars that don't belong here, if they don't move them, we're gonna have to tow them because.
I didn't realize you guys were gonna roll this deep. This is a caravan of cars.
You have your SWAT assets here, your gang unit assets, CPR, K9. So yeah, I mean, we didn't know. I don't think they knew that the house was going to be have so many occupants in it. So
behind me, there's a lot of people starting to gather right now. There's moms, parents showing up, concerned, upset, wondering what's going to happen. They want to see the warrant. They want to know what the charges are. And just with how the legal process works, from what I've learned, they're not always quick to release that information. Ma'am, what's going through your mind right now?
Is that my kids then got caught up with the wrong people. And I told them to keep them people from over here. Because I know my grandkids don't sell drugs. But it's the company that kids.
Man, this is tough. That's a tough shit right there. You never know who's doing what, bro. Like, every parent wants to have the best idea of their family members. But unfortunately, sometimes your kids are selling drugs. Your kids are doing the fucked up shit. But that doesn't mean that, like, you got to be heartless to her. She might not know. And she might also be completely correct. These kids are like, I'm not doing that for sure. So, but for him as a cop, he's seen it all before. And he can count on his, he cannot count how many times he's been told this very statement. No, my family don't do that. That same person they said didn't do that has murdered 20 people. That same person who didn't do that is selling coke, weed, fentanyl, all this other shit, all these kind of drugs. Like, he's probably heard that shit a million times. So it's hard for him. Like I'm saying, it must be so jading to be a police officer and deal with that bullshit all the time and then not be able to, like, have empathy. You lose the ability to be empathetic because if you're more empathetic, you're letting the bad guys get away and now more people are hurt because you weren't that. Like, somebody has to be the cutoff. Somebody has to be the one that says, fuck that, I'm the wall. There could be 20 things that are in the way before this person, you know, becomes a true demon. If I'm going to be that last defense before they become that other side of themselves and become a true demon, and I have to be. So it's tough.
My oldest grand is 19.
Okay.
My baby grand is 4. And her boyfriend is, I think he's 21. And I know he ain't selling drugs.
Are you here 24/7 with them?
No, I'm not, but
okay.
Listen, he's already on probation.
For what?
I don't know, but listen, it was the kids.
Why is he on probation?
You got to remember, you're not here.
It's tough, bro. Why is he on probation then? See, oh shit. This is the hard part, bro, about, I feel like criminal investigation, all this stuff is like, there's so many different perspectives, so many different contexts. You never know who's telling the truth. You never know who's lying. You never know who knows what and doesn't know anything.
All day long, so you don't know what's going on at the house.
So how would you say the operation went?
Going good. We were out here working GVI, which is like looking for like guns and like violent people, and then sometimes we get tasked with like helping them with certain things. So it's not like a full like SWAT call out or anything, but we were just tasked with like helping them apprehend the people that were in there. So they just call us to help call them out and get them into custody.
I'm gonna talk to the families, but what I will say to you is nice mustache.
Thanks, man. I don't get that very often.
What's going through your mind right now?
I want to know where the search warrant is, first of all, because that's my house. I haven't been here in 2 months, so I'm trying to figure out what.
The kind of shit, bro. If that's your house, why haven't you been there in 2 months? Do you know 2 months is 60 days? A lot can happen in 60 days, man. Yo, and so, oh, fuck, dude. This is the thing I'm telling you about our community, man. We're so easily influenced, and then shit gets by us, and then we do shit that doesn't help our case. If she had said, I've been there every couple of days to my house, it would have been way better than for her not to be there for 2 months. But I don't know what the situation is, the reason why she can't be there for 2 months straight. She could be working. She could be trying to get money to take care of her family. It's like, oh my fucking... This is the kind of shit that makes this stuff hard.
What the hell is really going on?
Are you the landlord or do you live here? Or?
That's my house. That works. So I don't know nothing that's going on. And I haven't seen a search warrant, and I haven't talked to no one would tell me anything. So I'm just out here in the blind with all my little cousins on the ground.
I met your chihuahua.
You did?
I gave him a few scratches.
Okay, thank you.
What's on your mind right now?
What's on my mind?
We trying to figure out what's going on.
What did they do?
Literally, like
who y'all is? What y'all fake news or something?
No, we're the real news.
Fucking house. It's my y'all let they mom talk.
Y'all ain't talking to nobody. Mamas, y'all ain't talking to nobody. Daddies, how y'all feel if somebody put their hands on y'all?
Man, that shit's hard. Let me stop pausing. It's so hard, bro, because I feel for those family members. Like, I think they're right, because again, it seems a little fucked up. I said that earlier, because I don't know why they're arresting them, but they said guns in the video.
For a while. But I'm saying what they've been watching though. I don't even be outside. So
back and forth, the movement.
See, there's no explanation. I think
stop them from coming because y'all don't know what people doing out on the streets. And then when they bring it here, that's what the people assume it is. Yeah. Whether it is or it ain't.
But you know where I just came from, bro.
That's what I was trying to say.
What's going through your mind right now? The officers allowed me to interview a couple of these guys so I could learn what was going on in their head. And remember, folks, these guys are innocent until proven guilty.
We order DoorDash, you feel me? We trying to eat. I come outside, I see a whole bunch of lights. I know the police lights, you feel me? So when I see them, I'm like, damn, I look like the police, you feel me? But our food come down the street, so I'm like, why I look like the police just turned? Too quick. I don't know what was going on when I seen them. I seen too many cars.
Were you expecting this tonight?
Man, hell no. I wasn't expecting this. I was just child, man. I was on the way to the house for real.
It was just chilling. I just got here.
And I hear the dogs in the back barking. I see a bunch of flashlights.
Didn't this guy get cuffs on him too, but then he got left? I guess they
I'm shocked. I ain't gonna lie, I'm shocked.
Do you have adrenaline flowing through you right now?
Right now?
I feel it in my legs. Are you jittery at all? Like,
no, when they first pulled up and we was on the ground, I mean, I was shaking, but I wasn't really too much. You feel me? I wasn't too much.
I guess I can just tell, like, here, Jacksonville is not the place to mess around. Like, I've been with these guys the last 3 days. If you're doing something, they're gonna be on you and on you quick.
Yeah, this Jacksonville shit ain't it, man.
Is this the first time anything like this has happened to you?
No, the same situation had happened at the park. It's a park right there. Same situation.
And what happened after that?
It was me and my friend up there, and the police just blitzed out of nowhere. They just came from everywhere. We had nowhere to go, just like this situation.
How long ago was that?
December 26th, last year coming up. The same police officer, December 26th.
Did you do a jail time?
So what is going on?
I was a jet then. I was 17, so I only had to do 21 days and 2 weeks on probation and go back and do 15 days.
It blows my mind to think the first time wasn't a wake-up call.
What are they arresting them for?
Like, why was that not a wake-up call?
See, if you like that, like shit, you might have a wake-up call, but you fall in.
Like you said, like Jacksonville a crazy place.
Shit,
like you'll wake up and see that shit every day.
How many of these would it take for it to be a wake-up call that, hey, I gotta think about something else for my life?
I mean, we really wasn't doing that, so I'd say we already woke up to it because we wasn't doing nothing. We ain't have nothing on us. They just, I don't even know why I'm in handcuffs right now.
That's what I'm saying.
They said
There's
I got
no
a warrant. I don't know
explanation.
what warrant I got.
There's nothing sadder than to see a young man full of potential spending years, his best years of his life behind bars, where you could be doing so much.
You ain't trying to do that shit.
Do you think about that?
Yeah, I think about that shit sometimes.
Think about it every day.
All the time, shit. Be real.
You don't want to be in there.
Is there any message you'd want to send to a family member?
A message. I love you, sis. I love you, brother. And all my family and all the guys, I love y'all.
Take this as a wake-up call and do something important with your life. Do something positive with your life. Because life behind a cage is not
Yeah, no, that shit how you miserable, all type of shit, bro.
That's for lions and
man, that shit really ain't for nobody, bro. That
ain't
shit,
for nobody,
that shit
bro.
how you going crazy, bro.
That shit
For
for
real.
birds.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Congratulations. I'll be watching your
I appreciate you, man. All right, fellas, any final thoughts?
Boy, I love Jacksonville. Free all the guys, man. Please, free all the guys. Like, free all the guys. I love y'all boys, man. Long live the guys, man. Long live Tyreek, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
How much would you attribute fatherlessness to some of the problems we're seeing in our community?
I think it's huge. You need an emotional side from a mother, and you need dad who's going to be there to be a disciplinarian when the time comes. And when that's missing, I'm saying that's usually what happens in a lot of cases where father's not there. With that, there's something missing. So young men usually try to fill that with something else. Maybe the family of a group of guys that he hangs with that are doing things they have no business doing. Not always the case. I know there's plenty of people that work here right now that grew up in very tough situations that are pillars of the community.
What allure do you think a gang has for a young man?
One of the things that we do in the gang unit, we also go out and talk to young kids. Before the internet, that conversation of snitches get stitches. Well, that's not true either, because guess what? The snitches come out anymore. They get it, because no matter what, when you're facing life in prison, but in order for me to only get 10 years in prison, I just got to tell what you did with me. They're all telling on each other, and we know that. And that's the education we're trying to get out to everyone. Is not only to stop,
this is why I've never been in any gang activity in my entire life. Because I do not need to be there. I will get you.
You might be wondering what these guys were arrested for. A little later in this episode, we will head to the police evidence room to see what was confiscated during the raid. But for now, Detective Nieder takes us into the field to do some patrol work. Here's what we encountered.
I still think it's fucked up though. Like, we gotta figure out what actually is going on.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Detective Nieder with the Sheriff's Office. You have your license on you? Hey, the couple reasons I stopped you is the stop signs back here in the neighborhood. Make sure we come to a complete stop. And then your speed limit right here on 8th Street, it's 30 miles per hour. I had you at 45, all right?
This is just a pretty typical stop. Just looks like a lady trying to get home.
How many of these sorts of stops on average does it take to get like one where guns and other stuff pops?
It's really hard to tell, man. Like, even just some of the most, like, you want to say like routine stops have turned into be, you know, something really good. You know, the way I put it is you cast a wide net. Sometimes you catch what you're not looking for.
Oh, ma'am, I know you're probably in a hurry to get home, but it's 30. Oh, it's all good. It's 30 on 8th, all right? No problem. All right, you be safe.
Basically, because you knew it was little.
Man, that's beautiful though. Seeing a good stop like that, but shit.
Quick, you're looking for big stuff.
Yeah, she was very, she was polite, raised any senses. She was just got off work. I didn't know that. Pulling out of the school over here, and she just got done cleaning. So it just wasn't.
I'm back.
Exactly what we would have been looking for tonight to try to cure violence.
There's a strong branch, I would say, on the left side of the political spectrum that say there's a systematic racism and that the police are there to put black people into the prison industrial complex. What would you say?
I will say this, from my experience over 30 years. The people that go to prison are supposed to go to prison. The people that get arrested are supposed to get arrested.
That's not true. That's just not true all the time. There's a lot of people who've been arrested falsely and there have been multiple cases of people being arrested and like people who died in prison that were not supposed to be there. So I don't know if that's not true.
And then I challenge people that say that, especially to my face, explain to me one system, one government system that's in place, that's put in place to keep black people downtrodden.
How much does rat beef play a part in the gang violence?
An absolute tremendous
The part is like there are some
inherently
racist
like
claims that have sat from the Jim Crow era,
These days,
but never been updated.
You don't have to sell
They're just
drugs
because there's just so
whatsoever
much
to go on
paperwork
YouTube
and bureaucracy.
become a rap
Sometimes that shit does
sensation.
not get
All
updated
I've
in
got to
time.
do is start talking trash about you.
So he can
And
say
what do I
that,
do?
but
I'm
if
not
you
gonna
look
come
really
shoot
through
at
it, you
and then
can
my guys are
find
gonna
one or
come
two.
shoot back. You know, your guys going to shoot back at me. And fortunately, in Jacksonville, we don't have the traditional, you know, like the Crips and the Bloods. We've got small sects of those, but we don't have the big groups. We have a lot of the younger ones, the hybrid groups.
How much does the rap world and the gang world intersect?
Most of these gangs do have a rapper that represents the group. Not every one of them do, but most of the gangs here in Jacksonville do.
Do you guys ever listen to their songs to get intel on them?
Yes.
Bro.
Because will that tell you what kind of guns they have, what kind of people are in the crew?
Yeah, so you.
That's one of the shit that I don't understand why niggas are so dumb.
It'll help you document members and stuff along that line.
When rappers post a music video and say this is a prop, all these guns in the music video are props, does that save them from trouble?
No, not if they're not props. You can post a prop if you want to. I mean, we were one of the first ones in I think in the state that we started. I went to our state attorney, who's Melissa Nelson. I said, can we legally, if we can prove that these firearms are real, can we legally charge them for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and put them in prison for it? She says, I believe we can. Let's go for it. And we arrested probably 10 people. About 5 of them went to prison.
Some people say that drill rap is sort of a cancer and it's impacting cities all across the country. What's your take on it?
Don't get me started, because I got a playlist in my car of real rappers, real artists who knew how to produce, and they did more than mumble.
Here we go.
Killing people.
Here we go. Old head talk. Niggas always want, bruh. This is what I'm saying, bruh. Old heads always do this shit, bro. No, I got real rappers. Bro, oh my fucking goodness. This shit low-key kind of annoys me because he's just, dude, this guy's talking like a real old head. Like, he's not, yo, you can tell he has teenage kids that sometimes they don't get along, bro. I'm not saying he's a bad father or anything. I'm just saying, like, you can tell he has teenage kids who are like, bro, you don't listen to us sometimes, nigga. You just think that just because we're young and blah, 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 blah. Old head talk, bro. That is not true, bro.
Killing people with their lyrics, with their rhymes. Eric B and Rakim, they were amazing. LL Cool J, one of the GOATs. You know, I talk about him all the time. The new stuff is weird to me. I can't even listen to it. Problem with it
clearly, this nigga's never heard of J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, who else? P&B Rock, niggas like, come on. It's gonna come to me. Fuck, I'm losing it. But shit, there are some new age rappers.
They're talking about real things that have impacted real families. Bro. To be that callous and that hard when you're talking about someone's life. If you don't care about people, I don't care about what your so-called art, and we're gonna do everything that we can to get you off of our streets.
Okay, here's a scenario. I'm a rapper, I'm making a very cool music video, and I have a lot of guns in it, but I put at the beginning, this is a prop. Can you guys still get me for that?
Yes, we can. We can determine if that gun is an actual firearm or if it is a prop. So a lot of people do put in it that it's a prop. Sometimes they are props, but sometimes they're not. So we have ways of identifying those firearms that are in those videos to see if they really are.
I don't know if y'all seen it, but there's a guy on a bicycle right here just across the road. And he's got no lights on his bike. We're gonna try to make contact with him and see what happens. Instead of 40, you gotta have a light on the front and back of it.
All right.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Not too bad.
All right. You know you gotta get some lights on your stuff, right?
I'm about home, brother.
All right. Where are you coming from tonight?
A buddy of mine off of Franklin.
All right. That's a long ride.
Yeah, I ride every day, though.
That's good. That's good. All right. No weapons in your backpack?
No, sir.
All right. I'm just gonna have to take it off and just set it off to the side. What you got bolt cutters for?
I mess with copper.
All right. I'm just gonna put this over here by my car.
Okay.
This guy's suspicious. What the fuck? There's no way. Yo, this guy, I do not trust him at all. He's just randomly biking on the street, long distance, has bow cutters in. Yo, no, this nigga is either stealing or something, bro. What the fuck? Nah.
No weapons on you, right?
Nah.
All right, I'm just gonna pat you down, all right?
All right. I got no weapons. I promise you, that's flashlight, no guns, no nothing.
Nothing in your bag, right? Do you mind if I look? Bottle rocket.
Yeah, that's about it.
What's up with this zipper?
Oh, it's kind of sort of messed up. You got to zip it to the side. It's just the zip tie's holding the top part.
Oh, he looks worried, bro.
Yes, sir, a little bit.
You got a choice.
I do. Ice.
Okay.
Ice. What's ice?
Whoa.
No, this nigga is not okay.
Taking your piece.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, you need to get lights on your bike. I don't care if you got to go home and duct tape that flashlight to the front and to the back, but you came across Tallulah right there, and all we saw was a reflector.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry. Now I'm going.
Ride safe.
Always.
McGowan put the camera by him and he's like, whoa.
Nah, that nigga's off something. He's off a perk. There's some perk 30. Perk 30,
Ray Toyota, contact Bernie Robinson, morning 97. Or 87, my bad.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Detective Neater with the Sheriff's Office. You got your license on you? Awesome, thank you. You just stay on Moncrief? Yes, sir. Alright. You got any ID on you, sir?
I got a picture of you.
Alrighty. Hey, so the reason I'm stopping you is if you're in the front seat, they gotta have their seatbelts on, okay?
Oh, yes, sir.
Any weapons in the car, guys?
No, sir. Yeah.
Alright, I feel you. Mind hopping out talking to me for a second? No weapons on you? No? No knife, needles? Like, you can get up. I'm gonna hop out real quick.
I got no underarms.
You good, man? Can I go in your pockets real quick? Alright. You got anything on you that's crazy, man? Anything stuffed in your pants or anything?
Nah, I just left the crib.
Come on back here in your pocket. What's up, bro? How you doing? You have a medical marijuana card?
No, sir.
No, you try hemp products?
For who?
Hemp.
Hemp?
Yeah. If you don't know what it is, hopefully you don't smoke it, right?
No.
Alright, y'all just hang tight.
How you not know what hemp is when you smoke? Yeah, okay. I'm telling you, sometimes niggas, we be putting shit in our bodies and we do not give a fuck. At all. Oh, there they go. Found it. Oh shit. Nigga is fucked.
What do I do for work?
I'm in school.
Where you go to school?
I just go to EW.
EW? What do you do at EW? Play sports?
Nah.
No? Just to go to school? What about you, Mr.?
I was enrolled at Alabama State, but I'm back home right now for a situation they sent me home for.
Where I start work at?
Damn.
Delivering appliances and installing them.
Oh, okay. Either one of y'all sell drugs for a living?
No, sir.
No. Y'all are good. Unfortunately, you're going to lose your marijuana tonight, but it's better than going to jail for it. So
I appreciate that.
Neither one of y'all are bad kids. Y'all don't have a record, so I appreciate it. Just be straight up honest with it, all right?
Yes, sir.
Everybody's not out here to hang me up.
I'm not gonna lie, W cop. W police officer, dude. No, seriously. Because he's not trying to, like, I'm not trying to fuck your life over, but I'm serious. Like, you know, just make sure you understand, like, you can't, you know, like, I'm taking your weed away, but you can go. But damn, that's
financial crime.
Nah, not a lot of police officers are willing to do that, seriously.
Appeared to be a good kid. They both say they were enrolled in school. The other one never been arrested. I don't see where taking a young man to jail and starting his record of going down the wrong path is worth it at that point. This guy might have $60 that he bought the weed for, but it's better than going to jail for sure.
For sure. I would rather be down $60 than go to jail.
The property room?
In any day of the week. So, W police officer.
Anytime you make an arrest, the evidence or anything that you would deem that to be part of your case that is going to benefit it would go in here.
At this evidence processing center, the officers logged the weed and the meth pipes they confiscated, and we also got to see what evidence was collected in the raid that we saw at the beginning of the video. Allegedly, these were the firearms that were discovered in the house.
So a lot of cities in America are feeling the effects of gang violence, but we got to see a first-hand look of the guys that go boots on the ground and fight the gangs, fight the guys that are committing most of the violence in the city. And it was interesting to see it from this perspective. We spent a lot of time on this channel looking at it from the other perspective, and my goal is to get into everyone's shoes. I don't care if you're a blood, a billionaire, a cop, a Navy SEAL, everything in between. We go into your shoes and see what your life is like. But we got to see it from the law enforcement side. And Jacksonville, by the metrics, is clearly successful at what they're doing. So I learned a lot. I'm happy for the experience. Thank you to Vic for bringing us in, Sheriff TK, and all the guys that we got to work with today. It's been a pleasure. We learned a lot. Thank you, and see you next week.
W Tommy G, bro. Wow. But that's... No, like, low-key, that cop did a good favor for those kids. Like, he could have really been a dick and said, nah, let's go to jail. because I don't think you guys should be doing it. But he said, I'm not going to ruin your life over this one issue. As long as you're not doing anything violent, you're not selling, you're not hurting people, I think I'm going to give you a chance to better yourselves. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty